Hello, Rush fans. Great band, man. Iconic band. Neil Peart, what can you say? There's no arguing that Tim's are up there with best drummer ever. There's not many names you can put with that. Bill Ward, maybe, right?
Bill Ward, definitely. Yep.
Keith Moon, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
John Bonham, Danny Carey. I would
do that.
Yeah, can't think of anybody else. So
I would put Nico from Iron Maiden on that list. I think he's pretty underrated as a drummer, but I'd have him bringing up the rear. I think
best ever. I mean, I love Iron Maiden, man, but I've never heard his name put in there. But it ain't Lars, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But I do like Metallica. I love Iron Maiden. So, Greg here is an 80s guy. So we are doing this for Ed Gear, channel member and a great guy who's done a lot of charity for no reason at all. Didn't even take credit for it. I found out after the fact.
A great friend of the channel.
And he has made some AI songs, but he is a musician, and he, like kind of Trent Reznor, he is the whole band, and he's going to make a song from one of these AI songs, an actual song. But so I'm going to put a playlist up with the songs, and if you'll just give them a quick listen and let him know which one you like the best. Comment on the one you like the best. And yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself, Greg.
All right, so as you said, 80s metal guy. Before I go into me, just want to shout out to Ed. He's been a great friend of the channel. Super talented guy. Like his compositions on that playlist are pretty awesome. They're all over the place stylistically. Speaking of which, the song that we're about to do, Subdivisions, live. This comes from the Signals album from 1982. This is when Rush was fully immersed in their progressive sound. They actually started off as more of like a blues rock band, but they adjusted. They made some pretty significant adjustments, and now they're known for, like, they've done catchy melodic stuff like Tom Sawyer, and giant sprawling epics like 2112. And this one sort of sits right in the middle. I think it's like 5.5 minutes long. So this is Rush's debut on Custom Creator, and I'm excited. Let's do this.
I would, Spirit of the Radio would be my favorite Rush song, I'd say.
It's a great one too.
I'm not that familiar with Rush's catalog, as I identify on YouTube as an obsessed, that one of those. And I Rush and Tool have a love-hate love relationship, maybe. I know Neil Peart was one of Danny's idols, and there is an ongoing debate over John and Danny and Neil basically being the three best drummers, and I agree with that. So, of course, you're gonna like your own drummer better. So, I think if Neil was still here, neither one of them would take the credit. I don't think. John maybe would when he was drunk. Well, yeah, I'm the best. Shit, who's better? So, John Bonham was amazing. All right, so let's get into it.
And Rush, another power trio that we're doing. We've done reacted to The Warning, of course. We did Grand Funk Railroad, both of these fairly recently.
Patrons to The Warning.
Yeah.
Great band. If you don't know them, check them out. 3 Latino sisters. And so you had Ozzy Osbourne, you had Grand Funk Railroad, you had I can't think of any more trios. Emerson, Lake and Palmer.
Yeah.
Well, pretty much the Allman Brothers and even Crosby, Stills and Nash still. Young come along. Sang with them. How many people were in Buffalo Springfield? Not sure. Not sure. We're missing a big trio band, but it's all right.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
All right, so we were checking this. March 8th, 1990, at the Palace, Auburn Hills, Michigan. Yeah. This is the Presto Tour. All right, you ready?
I'm ready. Not in a rush, though.
Yeah, guys, I'm sorry. I didn't think that was loud enough. My bad. We just read a comment. 4 years ago, we lost Neil at the beginning of 2020, which was all around a shitty year, pardon my pun, with no toilet paper, but yeah, we lost a legend. And Jeff Beck, and we're losing them a lot lately.
Yeah, the old guard is passing away, but they're leaving a legacy of music that's still inspiring people.
Paul Di'Anno, we just lost him. So,
yeah,
which was my favorite singer for Iron Maiden.
Yeah, Paul was awesome. I think his post-Iron Maiden stuff is overlooked, but it's also pretty good. Killers, Battle Zone.
He covered Michael Jackson, didn't
are
he?
pretty awesome. Yes, he did bad.
He probably did good, but I'm just kidding. All right, let's do it. I am so impressed with Giddy and his ability to sing and play two instruments. He reminds me of Hank Williams Jr., and there aren't many people that can do that instrumentally. And if you think that's a weird comparison, then just look him up. He can play every instrument there is in one song. So and shoot some guns too, and pick up a few women, like store some cocaine, whatever. I'm not particularly fond with his voice. I think it just don't change. Even when he uses lower registers and higher registers, it's still almost like the same tone. I mean, this sounds a lot to me like what is not Tom Jones, and what's the name of the really popular song?
Tom Sawyer.
Tom Sawyer,
Yeah, radio.
not Tom Jones. Tom Jones is the guy that's with John Fordham in Australia. Yeah, it's not that I don't like Getty. I think he's awesome. You know, you just don't like everybody's voice. So a lot of people don't like Maynard's voice. So, and nobody liked anybody's voice at Ozzy's retirement. I think the sound guy could have done a little better, giving them a little some kind of auto tuning, you know, something. It is Ozzy. I mean, you know, the most cutting voice around. Ozzy was the same. His voice didn't change.
Yeah. So I will agree. Getty is engaging in some serious multitasking here with his instrument. The melody, especially the keyboard melody of this, has got like 80s written all over it. The song came out in '82. You can definitely, it sounds, it has that sound to it. I love that sound. But I think the melody has a bit more energy to it because of Neil Peart's drumming. His fills and the way, like, he's really an active drummer without, like, he's still keeping a very steady groove, but he's just sort of exploring a whole bunch of things around it. And I like the construction here of Alex Bison's guitar. He hasn't had a whole lot to do compared to the rest of the band, but he's holding his end down. Alex, of course, I think maybe the most underrated member of Rush. He's a very good guitar player, really good at textures, very good at playing rhythm and lead. But
there's three of them, right?
Yep.
He's got I don't think there's any contest. I mean, Getty's playing three instruments, and Neil Peart.
Yeah.
He would. Yeah, I would say he'd win that award.
I also appreciate the fact that Rush could have brought in a session player or a touring musician to play keyboards, and Getty's like, no, I got this. It's all good.
I was actually just thinking that. Yeah.
Yeah. And when he does start playing bass, you can, like, it changes the song immediately.
Ooh,
He's very agile with it. He's very creative with his lines. Regarding his voice, it's unique. Like, it's got a distinct sound, but I can see why people find it grating. It's nasal, but it's also very kind of reedy. It feels kind of like pinched. Here it's got a softness to it, which, he can invoke every now and then. When he puts pressure behind it, that's, I think, when it gets really, kind of nails on chalkboard. But for that sound, this is relatively pleasant. He also leans really hard into his vowels. He has a light touch on the consonants, but his eyes are like, so that kind of makes you think, ee. But he's
I feel bad for him because I know Rush fans hear this a lot. About the So, but I mean, I just don't lie in reactions. So, but I mean, hell, man, you gotta bow down to the man is doing three instruments at once and doing them well. Mm-hmm. Reminds me of the guy who plays the keyboard, the tambourines, that sings. Not Boston, not REO Speedwagon, maybe. Am I saying that right? I don't want to get lost in it. Carry On Wayward Son. Who is
Kansas.
that?
Carry On My Wayward Son is Kansas.
Got a beard and the video where they're playing the station identification. All right, it was bongos, keyboard, and singing. It was Carry On Wayward Son. So we'll get back to Rush. We're sorry. Back up a little. Oh. All right, so it sounds like Van Halen ripped them off with Jump, because I'm hearing that tone, and you said this is 82.
Mm-hmm.
Van Halen's was 84, if I'm not correct, or if I'm correct.
Yep.
Also, Rush. It's funny how they got together in '68, but put their first album out in '74. If you would let us know in the comments a little bit, elaborate on that a little. And they call themselves
the Fans?
Sisters.
Rush Heads or Bong Sisters?
Bong Sisters.
Yep.
Well, now, I've banged sisters, and they're bonged sisters. And also, I have hit bongs with my brothers. So, the damn computer's done. I see it.
While you're fixing that, I just wanted to, first of all, I will say this about Geddy's voice. He's got range. Like, his voice can go super high. Obviously, it naturally sits pretty high. The synth melody, I was thinking to myself that synth sounds, the melody has like a longing quality, almost a dreamy feel to it. And then you have, Peart in there, who is able to make his drums sound almost melodic. There aren't a whole lot of drummers that can do that. I think Denny Carey is also one of them. He's got a great feel for how to musically enhance a song with his percussion. But I took a look at the lyrics while we were doing this, and I think sort of that dreamy nature of the synth melody is definitely intentional, because the song seems to be about being a unique individual trying to thrive in a society that expects conformity. Sprawling on the fringes of the city in geometric order, an insulated border, in between the bright lights and the far unlit unknown. Growing up, it all seemed so one-sided, opinions all provided, the future pre-decided, detached and subdivided in a mass production zone. Nowhere is the dreamer or the misfit so alone. Subdivisions in the high school halls and the shopping malls, conform or be cast out. Subdivisions in the basement bars and the backs of cars, be cool or be cast out. Yeah, I love those lyrics. Just
sounds like he's mixing religion and politics.
Mm-hmm. And it's amazing how those lyrics still fit today, more than ever.
Especially today. Today's election days.
And it is also interesting where he's talking about subdivisions, and even music has become subdivided into subgenres. So.
And it would be safe to say that Neil Peart and Danny Carey were more technical than John Bonham.
Yeah.
So, and they play in subdivisions of subdivisions of subdivisions. I mean,
yes.
My God, I mean, Neil Peart could play 30 different rhythms, and Danny Carey could play with 8 different arms. So, and I know Danny did at least a farewell concert with Rush, or either a tour. I don't remember. I know I've seen him with Rush to pay tribute to one of his heroes. So,
one last lyrical stanza here. Any escape might help to smooth the unattractive truth, but the suburbs have no charms to soothe the restless dreams of youth. Yeah, I love the lyrics on this. And it's you have, again, the dreamy melody and the restless energy of the drums that seem to be embodying those sentiments perfectly. Loving it.
man.
The rare instance of a Rush song that didn't feel quite long enough.
What the hell? That was.
It's 5.5 minutes. It went by really quick.
Well, then I was enjoying it. 'Cause
That is the version of Rush that I like. Concise, focused, melodic, but using all three of those guys are scientists on their instruments. So rather than going through 14 different time signature changes in a half second, they just used their skill to sort of enhance all these parts that they were playing. It's like Peart's drumming on this is just another level.
Those
It elevates
feels,
the
man.
song. Yeah, it elevates the
those
song
feels gave
so
me the
much.
feels.
Yeah. Phil's hitting you in the
Really.
feels, yeah. No doubt.
And yeah, I mean, but I don't know, with his voice, it just doesn't seem like it changes when he sings differently. He's doing a great job singing. I don't know, he did miss he was off tune there a couple of times, but it says a lot about the fan base, the loyalty and the work they put in, because obviously they're polished and they make very few mistakes instrumentally. And I'm not saying he makes a lot of mistakes vocally. I heard he was flat on that one time when he leaned backwards. It may have been because of his posture.
Yeah.
And the bass hanging off his neck and the keyboard laughing. What the hell?
Got a lot going on. Yeah.
Yeah. I really didn't realize he did all that. So, not simultaneously. I mean, like John Paul Jones played bass and keyboard, but not with it hanging off his neck like that. Now Mark Farner would pull a harmonica out of nowhere. I don't know where the hell
knows where. I don't want to know where he pulled it out of.
Suitcase in the back of his not his ass, but his guitar. Suitcase is a jail term for suitcase and something in. So yeah, in through the outdoor, if you will, to quote Zeppelin. All right, guys. We will do more Rush, man. I have no problem with that. Thank you, Eddie.
Let us know what other Rush songs you would like us to react to. This one?
I've never heard Spirit of the Radio in headphones.
Yep.
That would be really cool. I mean, yeah.
Let us know. We know Rush has a very deep and diverse back catalog. So yeah, let us give us those requests and keep dreaming. You know, and as Danny likes to say, I'm gonna steal your line. Think for yourself. Question authority. I don't care who's in office. Question everything. And music is your best support group. This one, this is a riding into the sunset type song. You know, it's got energy, but it also feels sort of contemplative. And it's
we love the comment section, guys. So leave us a comment, and I never ask for anything when a band's making their debut. So there are ways to support the channel, but this is for Ed Gear. So
yep.
Support him by listening to the playlist at the end.
Thanks,
thank you
Ed
very
Gear,
much.
by the way. Thank you. We probably would not have encountered this if it weren't for you, and it's amazing. And so are you, my friend. So
we will shut the hell up. What a rush! Much love. Mental health is real. I'm a great example of it.